We can put some fertilizer in here, rototill it. Alright, so what we got going on right here is I got quite a few bags of organic fertilizer. I'm going to take these, it's Doctor's Earth and Job's, and mix them into this bucket. And then I'm going to put it in the gardens. Looks like dog food. You see that? You see, pellets. Alright, that one's some Dr. Earth, homegrown, organic, natural, handcrafted blend, true biotic inside. Okay, smells like straight dookie too. What's this one look like? Okay, it's a little bit more powdery. And let's try this one. Pure and natural, created for life. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, got more pellets. Like rabbit food. I guess I'm used to the fertilizer for the grass, you know, the little small powdery stuff. Let's see, which one should I do now? I'll do this one again. Y'all did not just see that. Alright. Stir this up a little bit. Then we are going to add it in. Alright, I'm going to put it more towards the middle so when I roll it till it don't all fall out. Back here, these guys. Dang. Y'all don't see that either. That wasn't too hard. Alright, let's smooth this stuff out again. I've been at this now for a few days. Tony D. Thornton, Mr. Boulay, old Mick Boulay farm. They were talking about my wheelbarrow. My little wheelbarrow, it works. The wheelbarrows with one wheel, you can put more in them, but they're way harder to control when you're trying to move all that dirt. It's really hard on your arm. So my little thing in the long run, I think it worked out good because my arms didn't fall off. Man. I just did this last year, but it feels like I haven't done it in years. I don't know. I just pray to God that this yields a bountiful harvest, because I'm sure gonna need it with all these prices. I mean, last year, see, every year I usually plant tomatoes right here. They do really good, you know. Last year, I don't know what happened, but they would not grow. And they did grow, but they were like, had that bottom rot in them and stuff, so I had to throw them out. So hopefully, God willing, this year, it'll come out right. Because I never had that problem before. But what I did do last year is I added some deer manure, and that stuff is real salty, and it takes all the moisture out, which I didn't know really at the time. I knew, but I didn't know. So hopefully that's all the problem was. And if that was the problem, then it should be fixed. Usually I plant zucchinis right here, but I don't know what I'm gonna put this time. I got those other 3 boxes over there now. So we shall see. Hey, all the weeds be trying to grow in these boxes. The other ones over there, not too many grow, but these, since they've been here for like 5 years, they attract weeds. Alright, looks pretty good. What do you think? Looks like a never-ending garden bed. There are boards separating those. Alright, to the other side. These. The sun's starting to come out. Oops. A little bit, these strawberries. Break. Tomorrow I'm going to get the plants, so then that's going to be episode 8. The plants. Like I said when I started doing the first videos, I'm going to take you guys through the whole process. So basically, we're on about, from when I first started, like 2 months now of getting this all together. So gonna look at all this stuff and how it grows, and then we're gonna see how much of a harvest we get. You know, tomatoes and peppers should keep producing throughout the season. Peaches, you know how that goes, they're gonna come one time, but when they come so many of them. I'm probably gonna have to, like, so I tried giving some away last year, sell some of them or something, because people, I mean, if you go in the store buying organic peaches, and this tree right there, that thing is white peaches, so those are real expensive. Way too much topsoil back here, but you see how much I had to do what I could do with it. There's no getting around there. I think I'm going to come back this way with it. The sun don't hit over here much, even without the tent here. So what I found that grows over here pretty good is the corn, basil, and mint and stuff like that. Other than that, don't try to plant tomatoes over here. They will not grow. Found that out the hard way. And my neighbor moved, and he had like 4 or 5 beehives. He gave us some honey from it and stuff. It was really good. Real good. But he moved. He went and got him 5 acres. So I went up there. And it's like up in the boonies and stuff, but it's nice. So now I'm sure his garden this year is going to be huge. He got his chickens. But yeah, anyways, he took the bees with him. So those bees used to come over here and get, you know, all in my garden and stuff like that, and pollinated, helped it to grow. So he wasn't here last year either. He had already moved. So I just noticed that since he left with those bees, stuff wasn't growing as good because they were doing all the pollinating. So let's just hope this year I got enough little bees flying around here that it'll be okay. But I'm telling you, I saw a difference. You got probably 100,000 bees living next door to you, and then they're just all gone. It makes a difference. You don't even really realize this stuff when you first start gardening. Oh, you ain't thinking about no little bees or nothing like that. Usually, you don't want no bees around so you can get stung. But without them, pollination is good. So we'll see what happens. What else am I supposed to do now? Oh, let's go kind of mix this fertilizer into these boxes. I'm not putting the rototiller up here. I'm not doing it. Mess around and flip it over and something. I need one of those little rototillers, those things that are just handheld with the metal wheels on it with the spikes, so I can just roll this real quick. Ooh, I don't have one of everything, but I don't have that. So I don't have everything. The cats don't think that it's cat food. People cats gonna be getting sick. I don't know what happens, but I wouldn't eat this if I was them. And now too, you see this rose bush? I gotta watch these rose bushes, because since I put all this stuff back here and I put these trees back here, I gotta really stay on them, otherwise they'll entangle into the trees and stuff, and that's not gonna be good. Because once they get in there, I'm trying to cut them out, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. And I don't feel like getting into all that. These things always stick to me too. I think I need to get some gloves that are rose bush gloves, like puncture proof or something. They've been tearing me up. And this right here, this thing, I don't know if it's gonna grow. It had some little shoots on it and then they just died. I just planted this last year. It's an apricot tree, so I don't know. It doesn't feel brittle or anything. We shall see. I'll tell you one thing, if we don't start blowing up here, it will be up and out, and I will put a new tree right there. 5 years ago when I first planted the 2 peach trees, the one I just showed you, it grew just fine, but the other one was struggling. And it just wasn't working right. Like for some reason it just wasn't. And I let it sit there for 2 years and it grew a little bit, but it really didn't grow. So now what I'm seeing, if you got a tree, you planting it, and it ain't really doing so good, just get it out of there and get a new one in. Don't waste time, because these trees take a long time to like grow and bear fruit, you know, years. So it's not like you like, oh, okay, it didn't work out, I'll just, you know, go ahead and do it. No, that's like 1 or 2 years later. So you gotta stay on it, because those things will throw you back. So I planted a plum tree in this place and it's doing just fine. But plum trees, what I noticed about them, those things grow. They're like a rose bush. They just grow. They're not hard to grow. Just want to make sure they don't get leaf curl and all that. I already put copper on mine. I showed you guys that in the other video. But that's the only thing I seen could be a problem with the leaf curl. But you can put the copper on there. It helps. It really just fixes that. Yep, so that tree, all right, Mr. Tree, if you don't start growing, whatever tree that does not bear fruit shall be cut down and cast into the fire. You're gonna have to go. I'm serious. I will have another one in there for this season, let it start growing. Because I just planted that last year. Now you see I planted this guy last year. I planted that peach tree over there last year. You see how they're doing. Then there's another peach tree down there at the end I planted last year. You see how that's doing. This is the only one. Now, unless they take longer to bloom, I don't know. Everything back here is blooming. So, we shall see. You got about 2 more weeks, buddy. And I will be at Home Depot and getting another one. I want an orange tree anyway. You know how hard it is to find orange trees? And then if you get them from those nurseries you ordered or something, they come like sticks where you gotta soak the roots in water. Tried that last year. And one of them died and like didn't even work. And matter of fact, was that the other one? No, I think I pulled them both out. They just weren't doing good. So it's better to get them when they're like already a year or 2 old from Home Depot. Then plant it. That's what I did with these trees. I mean, look, this is a golden plum right here. It's doing good. Even has little plums growing on it. So and that's the other peach tree. It's growing. And for some reason, I've tried and tried, but I cannot grow watermelons or pumpkins. I tried. And each time they'll grow a little bit and then they won't grow no more. And I just don't know if it's too hot or what, because it gets really hot. Last year got up to like 109, 110, something like that. This year, since there hasn't been hardly any rain and everything's dry, it's probably gonna get hotter than that. Yeah, but I'm still in the search for an orange tree. That's what I want, because I got apples, got peaches, I got plums, got a nectarine tree. I think I have an apricot tree. We'll still see about that guy, but yeah, I want an orange tree. I'd rather do oranges, because you know what, the oranges you get in the store, man, they don't even taste like oranges. I said this in the other video, this stuff be tasting like straight water. So if I can get a real orange tree, you can make homemade orange juice, you can eat them and actually taste what orange means, you know what I'm saying? They must grow this stuff inside of laboratories or inside of a barn, like one or something. They showing growing it outside like you're supposed to. Maybe they do. Maybe it is from an orchard. I don't know what chemicals they're putting. I don't put no chemicals on my stuff. Nothing. I put the copper on there. That's about as far as I'm gonna go. Nothing else. Because shoot, if I want stuff with pesticide on it, I'll just go to the grocery store. Growing it yourself, you have control over that. That's why it's good to have a farm. It's a lot of work, but man, if you have like your own cows and pigs and chickens or whatever else, you could just, you know, have your own food. I went to Jamaica and I was out there 10 days, and in 10 days I lost 10 pounds. Just by eating the food out there, the jerk chicken, they got pineapples out there. I've never had a pineapple that sweet and kind of sour at the same time, and it's just amazing. The tomatoes are like, you know, because tomato is a fruit, it is just like that. It's like a fruit. The tomato is like almost so red it's purple, but the flavor is like, it ain't, I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, that stuff out there is like natural, and they're getting the food right there, and they got chickens and goats running around and all that stuff. So 10 pounds a day, so I was eating a pound a day, and I was eating a lot of jerk. I like the jerk chicken, so I was eating a lot of that. And the pineapple. So out there, you're gonna eat fruit because the fruit is so good. They got trees just growing, they got the coconuts on them, and then they got the trees with what are those things called? I forgot what they're called. But anyway, you can just walk right up to the tree and pull it off and eat it. It's not like this. After the shop at the store. It's not good. Alright. For today. Like and subscribe. That's it. We're gonna keep going. By the time you guys do see it, guess what? You'll be able to see a whole lot from beginning to end. Very cool.